Hi, I'm Steve from Fan the Fire Guitar, and this is like the first cigar box guitar I had thrown together. Really basic, didn't cost me much to make. I think the box was $3. The neck I got is a piece of wood I had. The tuners, you buy 6 and you can make a 3-string, and then you can use the other 3 to make another 3-string, and then the bridge and the nut. In fact, I wasn't too fancy as far as the nut, but I was working on it late and I just wanted to get it together, you know, see how it sounded. And then the pickup, I just grabbed this from an old Stratocaster copy that I got in a secondhand store. So really, you can make yourself something inexpensive, and you know, you'd be surprised at the sound you get, you know. Alright, I want to talk to you today a little bit about the tunings, because people say, alright, you know, what can you do with a 3-string guitar and how is it tuned? Because you're starting to see, at least I am anyways, a lot more videos on TV, well, YouTube actually, about these 3-string and 4-string CBGs. And it's funny, I did this one, it was a 3-string, I built another 4-string, and I found that 4th string, I feel like I didn't need the 4th string, you know, and I always end up picking this guitar up more than the one with the 4th string, and then I had done another 3-string. But this these 2 strings, the one all the way at the bottom, we'll call the first one, and the second, and then the third. The one at the bottom, okay, your first string, that's tuned to a G, and that's the same G that's in standard tuning. And then the next one up is a D, and that's the same D in standard tuning. Now this string, which is your bass or your 3rd string, would normally, that would be your A string. And what we did is you tune this to a G, which is an octave higher than this G. And if that sounds a little confusing, what you can do is using your guitar tuner. Alright, you know you're not using your bass string, your E, so you skip down to the A. You can tune this to an A, or whatever, get it close, A sharp or something, and then just loosen the string up until you read a G. You know, a chromatic tuner makes it a little easier. So that's the tuning I like to use: G, D, and then another G. And you can hear the difference between this G. They're both the same note, but they're an octave apart. Now the same goes for if you're going to play in open D. It would be D, A, and then D. And what you're doing is, it's called playing, you know, 1-5-1. You know, you like the first note for the chords, triad, and then your well, you know, when you do the Louis thing, you know. I can explain that better on a 6-string guitar, but you know, if you fret a G where you would be in a G, then your next would be a C, and that would be a D. Those are what you're going for. This would be a 1, the G, and then your 5 would be a D note. So also, it would probably help if you got a book too. And you can go on Cigar Box Nation. They talk a lot about there's plans to build one, and then an expensive one, and they give you a few different alternate tunings on that also. But like I said, you can go G, D, G, or you can tune it D, A, D, which would give you an open D tuning. That would just be, you know, deeper than this. And you can also tune it A, then that would be an E, and that would be an A. And the only thing I found building the guitars is if you have problems with, you know, you tighten the strings, and sometimes, you know, you'll see the guys will use like an eye bolt and then, you know, lag for their nut. You might find that the third and the second string work okay, then you get down to the thinner string, and sometimes they'll stop breaking, so you end up, you might have to file a little bit, sand, take a pencil tip, rub some graphite from the pencil, because it's not made with lead anymore, it's graphite inside your nut. And you do a few little things, you can get it to work without your strings breaking. But the thing is if you tune to an A, it's more tension on the strings than if you tuned it to G. So, you know, just find what you're comfortable playing, and you know, what key you want to be in more, what suits your voice if you're singing with it, you know. But for me, I stick with the G. It's a little less pressure on the guitar, and hey, just throw them together and have some fun. Again, G, D, G. Okay, we'll see you guys later.